Welcome to basic lecture on theory of structures or structural analysis to understand methods available to analyze indeterminate structures. Several methods are available for analysis of indeterminate structures. However, all these methods can be grouped into two categories depending on the selection of primary unknowns in the structure, that is force methods and displacement methods. So in this video, you will learn what is meant by force method and which methods are called as displacement methods. And at the end, we will make comparison of force method and displacement methods. So let us start. Though there are several methods available for analysis of indeterminate structures, like consistent deformation method, column analogy method, slope deflection method, Carney's method, moment distribution method, etc. There are some theorems also, that is Castigliano's theorem, theorem of least work, Clapeyron's theorem. So all these methods can be grouped into two categories depending on the selection of primary unknowns. So all these methods can be grouped into force method and displacement method. Force method is also called as flexibility method or compatibility method. And displacement method is also called as stiffness method or equilibrium method. So these are the main two categories of the methods in structural analysis. These are the two basic methods for analysis of indeterminate structures, depending on how equations of equilibrium, load displacement, and compatibility conditions are satisfied. So let us see the meaning of each one step by step. Let us first understand what is meant by force method. So in this method, redundant forces, that is forces and moment, etc., are considered as primary unknowns. So in structural analysis, normally forces are unknown or displacements are unknown. So forces means reactions, reactive moments, etc. And displacement means slope and deflection. So either we can consider forces as unknown or we can consider thetas and deltas as unknown. So in force method, we consider redundant forces. Redundant means extra, which is not required for stability of that structure. So in force method, we consider redundant forces as primary unknown. So let us understand what is the meaning of this sentence, that redundant forces are considered as primary unknown. Let us consider one indeterminate structure, which is a propped cantilever. In this structure, there are total 4 reactions which are unknown. Now, out of these 4, we have 3 equations of equilibrium. So we can calculate 3 equations. Since we have 3 equations, we can calculate maximum 3 unknown reactions. But since there are 4 unknown reactions, so here one reaction is redundant. Redundant means which is not required for stability of that structure. For example, if you remove this support, this beam becomes a cantilever. Cantilever structure itself is a stable structure. But to have some advantage, we provide one prop. So this structure become indeterminate. So, or it is called as redundant structure. So redundant means extra force. Redundant force means extra force or extra reaction, which is not required for stability of that structure. So in force method, we consider, first we calculate how many redundant forces are there. For example, in this case, there is one redundant force. And this redundant force is taken as primary unknowns. That means our aim is first to calculate that redundant force. Once you calculate that redundant force, then by applying equations of equilibrium, you can calculate the reactions at other end. And after calculating the reactions at both the ends, we can draw shear force diagram and bending moment diagram. But to draw the shear force and bending moment diagram, we have to calculate one reaction using some methods. And such methods are called as force methods. So suppose there are some loads here. Because of these loads, these are the reactions which we cannot calculate using equations of equilibrium. As I told you that this reaction is extra, which is not required for stability, because this is a cantilever and this is called as propped cantilever. Cantilever structure is also a stable structure. But if there is extra reaction here, so this structure this is called as determinate structure. This structure we can analyze using three equations of equilibrium because there are three unknown reactions. But this structure cannot be analyzed using three equations of equilibrium. So we need some special method to analyze such structure. So the method in which we consider redundant force as primary unknown. Primary unknown means once you calculate that force, further you can analyze that structure using equation of equilibrium. So that is called as primary unknown. So here total number of unknown is equal to degree of static indeterminacy of structure. Now, what is meant by degree of static indeterminacy of structure? So I have made one video for that. I'm going to give you the link in description box. So you can watch what is the meaning of degree of static indeterminacy of structure. So in force method, degree of static indeterminacy of structure is important. So how many number of redundant forces are there in the structure in force method? It is equal to degree of static indeterminacy of that structure. Second method is displacement method. So in displacement method, displacements at joints. What are the displacements at joint? Because of the load, the joint can rotate or there can be deflection. So these deflections and rotations are taken as primary unknowns in displacement method. So for example, we will consider the same example. In force method, we have considered this VB as unknown, primary unknown. In this method, displacement method, when the load is applied on this structure, the structure will have deflected shape, something like this. And at the end, there will be slope here. So that slope theta is taken as primary unknown. Once you calculate that theta, then you can calculate other moments and shear force, bending moment diagram, etc. But first of all, you have to calculate this theta. So the method in which displacement at joints are considered as primary unknown, such methods are called as displacement method. So in displacement method, thetas and deltas are taken as primary unknown. So since the primary unknowns are thetas and deltas, the total number of unknowns depends on degree of kinematic indeterminacy of structure. So I have already made one video on degree of kinematic indeterminacy, how to calculate degree of kinematic indeterminacy of structure. So you can watch those videos to understand this meaning of degree of kinematic indeterminacy. So here the member and forces are written in terms of member end displacement. So these are the member end of the member. So the member end forces are written in terms of member end displacement. And after that, we get the end forces, means the reactions or bending moment in the structure. So in displacement method, displacements are unknown. In force method, forces are unknown. Forces means redundant reactions are unknown. So in short, if you want to analyze any indeterminate structure by displacement method, then you have to consider the displacement, that is thetas and deltas in the structure, as primary unknown, and after that only you can analyze further, you can calculate other reactions. But if you are analyzing the structure using force method, if you analyze same structure using force method, in that case, you have to consider redundant force as primary unknown. So one basic difference between this force method and displacement method, though the structure is same, in both the cases, this is a propped cantilever, same problem is there. But if you are analyzing it by any of the force method, then redundant reactions are to be considered as primary unknown. And if you are analyzing the same structure by displacement method, then displacements are to be considered as primary unknown, and then only you can calculate other values. Now let us see what are the methods that comes under force method and displacement method. So in force method, consistent deformation method is there, Castigliano's theorems are there. All the theorems comes under force method. Then theorem of least work, Clapeyron's theorems of three moment, column analogy method, approximate methods for lateral load analysis, flexibility matrix method. All these methods are used to analyze indeterminate structures. So these are the force method. Now what are the displacement methods? Slope deflection method is there. Then moment distribution method is there under displacement method. Then Carney's method is there, and stiffness matrix method. So all these methods comes under displacement methods. Now let us understand some salient features of force method. In this method, redundant forces, that is forces and moment. Force means reaction at the support, moment means reactive moment at the fixed end, are considered as primary unknowns. Second is the total number of unknowns is equal to degree of static indeterminacy of structure. Then compatibility of displacement is written in terms of pre-selected redundant reaction. We have to select the redundants and then we write the compatibility of displacement in terms of pre-selected redundant reactions. Then these redundant forces are calculated by solving geometrical compatibility condition. So in force method, we use geometrical compatibility conditions to calculate redundant forces. However, in displacement method, we use equilibrium conditions. So in force method, we use compatibility conditions, and in displacement method, we use equilibrium conditions. Then the remaining unknown reactions are calculated from equations of equilibrium. So primary unknown we calculate from compatibility condition. Once you calculate primary unknown, which is a redundant force, after that to calculate other reactions, we have to use the equations of equilibrium in force method. So these are the salient features of force method. So in force method, first of all, we calculate this redundant reaction using compatibility condition. That is deflection at B equal to 0. Because it is a support, no deflection is there, and therefore we can use the compatibility condition in terms of deflection, that deflection at B equal to 0. Once you calculate this VB, after that we will apply equilibrium condition to calculate other reactive forces. That is the meaning of this last sentence. Now let us understand some salient features in displacement method. As I told you that in displacement method, displacement at the joints are considered as primary unknowns. Then the member end forces, that means for example, MAB, that is bending moment at A, whose far end is B. Member end forces are written in terms of member end displacement. That means if you want to calculate MAB, we will write the equation in terms of thetas and deltas. These unknown displacements are calculated using joint equilibrium equation. As I told you that in force method, we use compatibility equation, whereas in displacement method, to calculate unknown displacement, we have to use equilibrium conditions. What is equilibrium condition at B? Equilibrium condition at B is MBA, means bending moment at B, whose far end is A, MBA is equal to 0. That is called as equilibrium condition. What is compatibility condition at B? That delta B is equal to 0. That deflection at B is equal to 0 is called as compatibility condition. Whereas bending moment at B equal to 0 is called as equilibrium condition. So in force method, we use compatibility condition, that means delta at B equal to 0. Whereas in displacement method, we use equilibrium condition, that means bending moment at B equal to 0. In both the cases, we are considering same beam, but the procedure is different in force method and displacement method. So in displacement method, we use joint equilibrium conditions. Then member end forces are calculated using these joint displacements. So we write the equation to calculate the bending moment in terms of these displacements. And finally, we get the values of bending moment at various locations, and then we draw bending moment diagram. I hope from the discussion so far, you must have understood the meaning of force method and displacement method. Now we will study comparison between force method and displacement method. So in comparison, first point is, as we have discussed already, in force method, redundant forces are primary unknown. Whereas in displacement method, displacements are primary unknowns. Then in force method, this force method is based on degree of static indeterminacy of structure, whereas displacement method is based on kinematic indeterminacy of structure. As we have seen, force method is based on degree of static indeterminacy of structure, whereas displacement method is based on kinematic indeterminacy of structure. In force method, it is also known as compatibility, since we are using compatibility conditions. So it is also known as compatibility method or force method or flexibility method. This is also known as equilibrium method or stiffness method. Now in force method, number of unknowns are equal to degree of static indeterminacy of structure, whereas in displacement method, number of unknowns is equal to degree of kinematic indeterminacy of structure. Then in force method, as we have seen that we use geometrical compatibility equation, that is delta at joint equal to 0 or theta at joint equal to 0. Such type of condition we use to calculate the unknown forces in force method. Whereas in displacement method, we use equilibrium equation, that is bending moment at simple support is equal to 0. At the joint, bending moment, summation of the moment equal to 0. Such condition we use in displacement method. So in displacement method, we use joint equilibrium equations to calculate unknown displacements. Now, the unknown redundants can be defined in various alternative ways. There is no unique choice of unknown redundant for a particular structure. I will explain this meaning of what is this. There is no unique choice in force method, whereas the displacement, joint displacements are uniquely defined for a particular structure. So, since there is a choice in force method, this method is not convenient to develop computer program, whereas displacement methods are very popular and they are suitable to develop computer program. Why these are not suitable force method to develop computer program and why this is suitable? The reason is in force method there is no unique choice of unknown redundant reaction for a particular structure. Whereas in displacement method, there is unique choice to choose the unknown joint displacement. So let us see what is the meaning of this. For example, we are considering this propped cantilever. So in force method, you know that degree of static indeterminacy of this structure is equal to 1. So if degree of static indeterminacy equal to 1, in that case, we have to consider any one reaction as a redundant reaction. So we have choice. We can consider VB as redundant or we can consider MA as redundant. So we have choice of considering which reaction is to be considered as redundant. So since there is no unique choice in force method, this method is not suitable to develop the computer program. Whereas in displacement method, if you observe here, we have unique choice. So at A, displacement is 0, that is deflection at A is 0 and theta at A is also equal to 0 because there is fixed support. So we know which quantities are 0. Here there is only one unknown, which is theta, because delta here is also 0 because of support. So we have only one unknown and that can be uniquely defined, that theta is unknown in case of B, in case of displacement method. So theta is unknown, no other choice in this method. Whereas in this force method, degree of static indeterminacy is 1. You can consider VB as unknown. You can also consider MA as unknown. So since we have choice in force method and there is no choice in displacement method, displacement methods are better to develop computer program. I hope the meaning of this sentence is now clear to you, that unknown redundants can be defined in various alternative ways. In force method, there is no unique choice of unknown redundant for a particular structure. Whereas in displacement method, the unknown joint displacements are uniquely defined for a particular structure and therefore force method is not convenient to develop computer program. Whereas displacement method is very popular as compared to force methods and these are suitable to develop computer program. Then if you see the examples of force method, as I told you that all theorems comes under force method. So some examples, I have already stated this. So some examples of force method are consistent deformation method, Clapeyron's theorem, flexibility matrix method, column analogy method, etc. And for displacement method, there is slope deflection method, moment distribution method, stiffness matrix method, etc. So these are some of the examples of force method and displacement methods. So in this video, you have studied what is meant by force method and what is meant by displacement method. We have already also seen the comparison between force method and displacement method. I hope you will find this video useful. Thanks for watching.